Hey there everyone, DragonFan96 bringing some bonus videos today. So we're gonna hop right into it. This is gonna be a long one. It's gonna contain only 2 matches. Mostly for the fact that this one's pretty lengthy to begin with, and yeah, it's actually pretty good, don't worry. So today is brought to you by the Glue Gunner, which is something that's new in this update. It is now Bloons Tower Defense Battles version 6.6. Glue Gunner got an update where now you can glue Moabs, and they slow down. And yeah, Acid actually works out pretty much better than, say, like Glue Hose or Glue Storm. So this opponent, I should forewarn, they wanted late game, but I was trying everything in my power to try delaying what they had. Now, right here is just us ecoing for a bit. Like, right here, I was like trying to force something. And I mean, I forced a Dragon's Breath, but I mean, at what cost? So, yeah, they don't really rush me with anything, at least not for a little while. But I do have a hidden tech that will be quite interesting from what my opponent does. So right here, my opponent decides to try doing a nice big yellow rush, and I'm just like, Maelstrom. So yeah, like this entire match, I'm literally flexing on my opponent because every rush they sent, it would just get flexed. Now, it will get a little bit more convoluted because, well, if you couldn't tell already, I don't know what the hell you're doing. But yeah, this is a Bonanza match, by the way. And yes, that's right, I have no camo. So how am I gonna pop camo balloons? Oh no, camo! Well, for starters, I glue, and then I'm like, oh shit, that's gonna regen. Camo Shred! And Maelstrom. Yup, that's right. Here's the unfortunate thing though, once you already placed down the attack and then try to re-Maelstrom, it actually loses that Camo Shred ability. So yeah. My only camo detection right now is a Bloom Power. Now if my opponent was smart, after it expired, you could have resent the rush, but I don't know why they didn't. So right here, I kind of did a minor choke. I was wanting to do the temple, so that way it would be my camo detection, but I kind of was short on cash, so I was like, oh. And so here, now I'm frantically getting glue. Okay, and yeah, I'm gonna lose some lives, because I got 0 camo detection, literally. And right here they send yet another camo rush, thinking that's gonna do something. So here I go, round 2, exact same thing. They balloon boost again and do the exact same thing again, but they did it a little too early because I can still see camos with Camo Shred. So yeah, if they waited just like that tad bit longer, they could have done it. So right here is the obligatory camo zebras. So I'm like, yeah, that's gonna get glued. And then here goes my final camo shred. And I was just, the entire time I was just like, bro, really? And then I finally get a temple. I had to sell everything to do it, which is unfortunate. But at this point, my opponent really can't touch me, and I can't really hurt them because they have sniper, which is actually a pretty good stall. But we're gonna hope that glue can also stall too, considering I had a pretty poor 4th tower. The strategy was just having a glue temple just to see how devastating it is to Moabs. And yeah, that's what I've been doing lately as of the new update, and it's doing okay. It's not entirely the best. So yeah, it gets a little boring in a way because it's literally just us. Like, echoing and setting up temps that you would normally do. Right here, I actually set up a proper temple, you know, in the corner where no one will notice, kind of thing. And I think I sell my temporary temple to make that temple be relocated. Right here, yeah, they had like so many wizards, like they really didn't need that many wizards, to be honest, but I don't know. Oh yeah, fun fact by the way, what glue you use actually will depend on what temple glue you'll get. So if you use like balloon liquefier, then that's what's going to be on the balloons as the temple shoots out the spurts of glue, by the way, as a little fun fact. If you use like say glue storm, which is a 2-4 glue gunner, then it's going to be the like glue hose effect, which is actually quite useless in my opinion, especially for late game. You would probably want to go for like balloon liquefier, which is essentially monkey acid. Ooh, that reminds me, I wonder if monkey acid would actually affect the Moab. I mean, the power ability Glue Storm doesn't, but the activated ability for Glue Storm does, which is something to note. Glue Storm does impact Moabs, and right here I was spamming Glue Storm just in case the jam-packed clustered ceramics were to sneak through. Right here, my opponent tries to click that win button. They're gonna try doing an all-out Oh My God rush, and I'm just like, bruh, that's not gonna do anything because of the monkey acid here, and this is why I said that balloon liquefier is going to be your best friend. It does so much damage to the Moabs. And then right here, I just kind of like maelstrom the Moabs once I get down to Moab, and they just like pop. Like there's literally nothing that can happen. So yeah, they got a lot of eco lost on that. Like I don't know what they were thinking. But yeah, from here it's just normal Bonanza, and oh, I guess they continue to send more Oh My Gods. Interesting. I don't know what exactly they're wanting out of this, but what I do know is they ain't getting any kind of cash anytime soon, except for the factories, of course. Which is okay for a little bit, but after a while that kind of like, you know, doesn't give you a lot of eco. You want to go the BIA route, to be honest, for Bonanza. But anyways, considering they've been sending Oh My Gods, I was just like, alright, well, I might as well improve my defenses, since they're gonna just probably continue again or at some point. But they're just massively crippled on their eco now, so yeah. So here I'm just like, alright, well, I'm gonna get up some temples and stuff. Here's another fun fact with temples. You don't actually need to spam like a bunch of towers around the temple. You just need 2 super monkeys and then the sacrificial towers. In this case, glue. You just need 1 glue gunner. And if you put it on balloon liquefier, then bam, you're done. You're good. You just get a sun god and a tech terror and then your glue gunner and you're good. Village will actually make it easier because then it's like 10% cheaper, so instead of it being 100,000, it's 90,000. So yeah, right here is the natural Oh My God, and look how fast that Oh My God goes compared to this Oh My God here. And that's what I like about glue. It actually slows it down, but it slows it down a lot. The glue doesn't last as long as it would on a normal balloon, which is actually pretty cool. And I think it stays within the like Moab layer, like once it goes from like Oh My God to BFB, I believe it stays on until like down to red because of like glue soak, I think, which impacts balloon layers like all the way through. And then of course you have glue splatter, of course, which is your grouped glue power. But like, I'm pretty certain that does. I'm pretty certain that does like a good decent amount, and especially for the fact that I have a lot of temples, and I'm continue to put more temples down. Something else that I've done is put balloon liquefiers at the beginning and middle of the track, so that way I could glue the Zoma Gods as they come out, and then once they're popped, they'll probably like lose their glue, so then the balloon, the glue gunners, they can just reapply it, which is why I have 2 on first and 2 on last, and then 1 on strong, so that way like it would be able to pop. It would be able to keep the glue active along with the temples. Right here, I go for my all-out rush, and right here is where it's gonna lag for the remaining of the match, unfortunately, because there's just so much crap going on. Because, well, for starters, it's a late game map, so surprise. So what ends up happening through here is, through the 2 minutes I'm going to talk, is I use DA to basically shut down TT spam, because I want those Zoma Gods to get as far as I can before being popped. Now, he doesn't have a lot of technological terrors, but they can still do some damage, and especially for the fact that he has sniper stall, it can be pretty hard to try rushing, especially this early. I have the most trouble actually with Temple Ice. Temples that use ice, I actually have the hardest time, because that always goes late game, and by late game I mean like round 60 plus, and I really don't have a gimmick that can last that long and actually stay that long and not lose eco, because I think I can try winning on a particular round, even though like they just magically defend it like it's nothing, and it just, like, you know, kind of makes the rush pointless. But anyways, as the Zoma Gods get more and more aggressive on his side, yeah, the Moabs that get popped out, they get stalled by the snipers, and basically the TTs that are nearby would insta-pop it down to nothing, but then there'd be more Moabs that take its place, and BFBs that would overlap that. So basically you have BFB, Zoma God, the BFB, then Moabs that get layered, and this is what I mean by rushing for Zoma Gods, is when you layer it like this, and it's good. So I continue to do this throughout the entire time. I say see ya, because I know they're about to lose, because I can see it that they're about to lose, and wait for it, wait for it, wait for it, there it goes. It took a little bit of time, but yeah, they rage quitted, because they never thought to re-rush me after Camo Purge expired, and then they lose because they rage quitted. So yeah, isn't that interesting? My gosh, look at all those Zoma Gods that was sent. It's actually quite satisfying to watch. Watching them go around in a circle, and balloon circle, it's actually quite satisfying. Anyways, with that, I'm going to move on to our last match of the time for this video, and we'll call it a day. Alrighty, so we got Mita, that user, the username that I can't pronounce. Right here, they send sub, and I'm thinking, oh, it's gonna be like Ninja sub glue. And by the way, this is a normal match, this isn't Bonanza, and I kind of figured that they would also have Banana Farm, or at least anticipating that they would have Banana Farm. So I have Eco Choke and Salted Wounds, anticipating that they would have Banana Farm, because then, you know, I would have to get some free money, because that's the whole point of Salted Wounds. See, now, I hate it when there's Quick Shot or Knockout in Salted Wounds, but when you have Eco Choke in Salted Wounds, and this is what a lot of players use, that's a pretty good meta, yeah, it's pretty much, if you don't have a track power, you're fucked. That's the only way to defend Salted Wounds. If you don't have a track power, you're screwed. And right here, I Eco Choke again. They're getting swamped by blues because they don't really have any offensive pop power. I send one space pink, and yeah, they rage quit again. Yes. Isn't that great? Yeah, if they had, like, say, Airburst Darts on their sub, or for that matters, used a boost, it probably would have lived. And I mean, they would still take a tremendous amount of damage for basically being punished for farming, because you know farming got nerfed in here, so now it's more when you try to start off with farm. So Eco Choke basically punishes that, and yeah. Eco Choke I can see being a new meta again, with banana farms being a lot harder to start out in the early games at least. So Eco Choke will definitely be something to look out for, as well as Salted Wounds, because I mean, when you have a 0-0 farm and no money to really put down a power, your only option is either attract power, like say Glue Storm or Lightning Bolt, or let the opponent have free money because they popped Salted Wounds. So yeah, but that'll do it for now. This is a nice good little mini video, I guess, if you can really call it mini, because that last match was actually pretty long because we just love late game on Bonanza. Anyways, that will do it all for now. I hope you guys, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Later.